Hello, Periscope. Welcome to the Launch Your Success Masterclass. Awesome. So I'm live right now on Periscope and on Google Hangouts, which is crazy but super cool. And we're just testing out the Google Hangout really quickly because I have a guest speaker for all of you. So I just want to make sure that that is working okay before we kick this off. Hey Nori, hello Norway, whoever that is.
Thank you.
All right. Love it. Love seeing all of you guys on here. All right, so Jacqueline, I'm going to mute you. Let's see. All right. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Guys, say hello. Say hello if you're on here, either on Periscope or on Google Hangouts. This is really cool that we have both going at the same time. And if you're having trouble with one, you can always hop on over to the other. How was my anniversary? My anniversary was incredible. It was very, very nice. It was a great, great weekend. It was just beautiful. Thank you for asking. Hey, Tatiana. Hello, hello. Awesome. So I promise we're just about ready to get started. My guest speaker is having a hard time hearing on the Google Hangouts. So if anybody is on Google Hangouts right now, I see some viewers, so I know you guys are on here. Don't be shy. Please post something in the chat, in the group chat, so that I know that you can hear me. You should see like a little blue chat box. How do I get on Google Hangouts? So if you go to Fempreneurs on Fire right now, and you look at the post I just did this morning, you'll see the link to the Google Hangout. And just click on that link. All right. So sorry guys, I'm just trying to set up the technology. I've never done this before and this is a little, it's not working super well. My guest speaker can't hear me on Google Hangouts. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Nori. All right, we're gonna kick this off. So again, if you are in Google Hangouts, please send a message just so I know that you can hear okay. But to everyone else, everyone on Periscope, everyone on Google Hangouts, welcome to the Launch Your Success Masterclass. Hello, hello. I am so excited. Oh, hey, Laura. I'm so excited for this today. So excited. I have so much good value to share with you ladies. Hi, Marcy. So many people are on here. I love it. This is amazing. All right, so like I said, this is the Launch Your Success Masterclass, and I'm going to be sharing with you ladies the exact steps that I took, the exact changes that I made in my business to really just lead to this explosion of success that I have seen in the past few months. And you know, I'll share more of my story with you in just a minute. But basically, I launched my business in December. The business as you know it today was launched in December, and the first few months there was some progress made. I started working with my first few clients, but it was slow. It was really slow. And then once I made these changes that I'm going to share with you today, everything started happening. Just everything started happening all at once. It was incredible. Completely frozen. All right. I don't know if the Google Hangout is working. If you're on Google Hangouts right now and it's not working, just jump on Periscope. Sorry about that, guys. So quick logistical stuff. If you are on Periscope, you know, you can just, I should try Blab. Yeah, I should have done that. If you're on Periscope, you can comment your questions in the bottom, but please try and save them to the end so that we can really get through the meat of this content. I've tried that. I just don't think Google Hangouts is working. Yeah. I'll try relaunching it, but anyway. So if you're on Periscope, oh no, technology, what is happening? Can you guys hear me? Can anyone hear me right now? Anyone? Is anyone out there? Periscope is perfect for me. Okay, good. All right, we have one person who can hear me. I also just restarted the Google Hangout, so we'll see. Okay, cool. Then we're gonna keep going. So again, please hold your questions until the end if you can, so that we can just power through this valuable content. And I'll be sharing content with you guys for about 60 minutes or so, and then take any and all questions that you have. The problem is Google Hangouts. Okay, so if you're on Google Hangouts and you can hear me, jump on Periscope. All right, I'm just gonna post this and then I'll just ignore Google Hangouts. Okay. All right. So, I wanted to share my own story with you before we really jump into the meat today, so that you have a better idea of who I am, what I'm all about, and where I've come from. So, like I said, my name is Rachel Abbott, and I am an empowerment and business coach for women entrepreneurs. Hello! Thank you for joining. Empowerment and business coach for women entrepreneurs. And hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, we'll figure out how to get you on here because I need you to share your message with these ladies. So when the time comes, we'll figure it out on the spot. But you know, I was working a full-time corporate job after college, and to be totally transparent, for the first few years after college, I really struggled finding a job that I liked, a job that paid well, a job that I felt really fit me, and one that I was excited about, one that I could see myself building a career in. And it wasn't happening for me. And even when I finally did get a job that felt okay and paid better, it felt really icky. I wasn't excited about it. I wasn't excited to go to work every day. I knew that there was something more out there for me. And on top of all of that, my skills and talents were not being fully utilized in that job at all. So I started to look into other options, and I stumbled into this whole world of coaching, of entrepreneurs, and the idea of starting my own business became a real thought that I was considering. And some of you know this, but I started my business as actually a wellness coaching business. So last summer, I quit my corporate job. My husband and I both did, and we set out to travel the world and build our businesses and really, really work hard on our dreams. And at that point, I thought that mine was wellness coaching. So I took a course, I started building my business out, and then I started working with a business coach myself and quickly realized that I didn't want to do wellness coaching. What I was super, super passionate about was helping women live the lifestyle that they really desire to live, helping women find freedom in every aspect of their life. That is what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to build my business around. So I launched my coaching business, my business coaching business, and I absolutely love it. I've connected with some amazing women, and like I said in the beginning, the first few months were pretty slow. So if that's where you are right now, don't freak out. Step one, don't freak out. And know that everything can change for you very, very quickly. And I truly believe that what I am about to share with you is what's going to change it. This is what changed it for me. This is what changed it for several other women I know, including Jacqueline, who you will somehow hear from on this scope. I'll call her and put my phone up to the mic if I have to. But everything just started changing, and believe that it can for you too. So if you're watching this masterclass right now, if you're here with me live on Periscope, show me some hearts to say that you believe that everything can change for you right now. Let's make that commitment together. Let's set an intention that this course will be the message that you need to hear. Amazing, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, awesome. So, awesome, love it, guys. Thank you so much. So the first big thing that I want to share with you that really made a huge difference in my business in every way imaginable was making a commitment to authenticity. Committing to being 100% authentic to myself, to who I was, to what I was feeling, and to what I really wanted my business to look like. And once I decided to commit to this authenticity, once I decided that I was going to go with what I felt was right for me, for my business, and for my clients, sometimes over whatever my coach was telling me I should do, or whatever I saw other people doing. Once I made that commitment, it led to a huge flow of creativity. And I began feeling way more confident about taking new approaches and creating new programs and going in new directions that were really entirely new territory in my field, in the business coaching field. Entirely new territory, stuff that had never been done before, but I felt confident in doing this because of this flow of creativity and because of this commitment to authenticity that I had made. And it ended up working out so much better for me. So much better. It was better for my clients, for my brand, and it just felt good. It felt good. You know, when you produce something and you put it out there and it just feels right. It feels right in your heart and soul, and you just know that you're on the right path. That is exactly what I started feeling with every single thing I was putting out there. Every post, every program, every connection I made. It felt amazing and on fire. And another thing that this authenticity and this commitment to authenticity led to was a totally new approach to marketing. And I don't mean a new approach as in nobody has ever done this before, but it was a brand new approach for me, and one that I don't see a lot of people using in the social media realm especially, and that is using storytelling as a marketing tool. Using storytelling as a marketing tool. And I hope you guys have pens and paper in front of you. I hope you have pen and paper in front of you so that you can really, really take notes and also write down your questions to save them to the end. But storytelling as a marketing tool totally changed my business. What do I mean by that? I started sharing not only my story and stories of lessons that I had learned, stories of my travels, stories of things that had happened to me, but I also started sharing stories of my clients and stories of other people who I've connected with and stories of my ideal client, who is kind of a fictional character, but she is very real in my head. She is very detailed, very well fleshed out, and I started sharing her story as well. Show me some hearts or shoot me a comment. I want to know that you can still hear me okay. We've had some technological difficulties today. Hearts. All right, I'm seeing lots of hearts. Good. So using storytelling as a marketing tool is extremely powerful. Good, thank you. It's extremely powerful. It keeps your marketing super authentic, and it keeps you from feeling that kind of ickiness you get when you feel like you're being super salesy. You don't have to worry about that anymore if you use storytelling as your marketing tool. And the reason for that is because you're just sharing your true authentic self. You're sharing your real raw experiences. You're sharing your lessons learned. And none of that is icky or salesy, right? We can all agree on that. But it gets the message out. It gets the message out at how much... That's why I enrolled, because I felt identified with the girl you described. Yes. So Catherine's talking about a story that I shared about my ideal client, Mel. I shared her story a few days ago or a week ago or so. And that's what really made her feel connected to me and my brand and what I was offering. So know how powerful this can be. And I want to share some tips with you, ladies, on how to use storytelling effectively as a marketing tool. So here's where I really hope you have a pen and paper. If not, the replay will be up, so don't worry about it. But tip number 1, have an intriguing title. So if you're using this as a tool, whether that's in a Facebook post, in an email to your list, or here on Periscope on live stream, you want to have a title, just like when you're creating any other story. You want to have a title that's really intriguing, that gets people interested, that pulls them in. So definitely have an intriguing title. Share with them a little bit of what to expect in that title, but mostly get them excited, get them interested in what you're about to share with them. Tip number 2, don't just make stuff up. All right, don't just make stuff up unless you are going to be upfront and honest with people that you're making it up. So, like I said, it's okay to use your own stories. It's okay to use other people's stories. It's even okay to use stories about your ideal client, because you know she's a real person out there. But it's not okay. Yeah, thanks, Nikita. Awesome. It's not okay to totally make stuff up. All right, this isn't Hollywood. People don't want love stories and happy endings if they're not real. So don't feel like you have to make stuff up. Don't feel like you have to lie or fudge the ending or anything like that in your stories. Keep it real. Tip number 3, I kind of already said this, but if you start running out of stories of your own, it's totally fine to share other people's stories. So if you've worked with clients, or if you have a friend who's also in the business world, or you met someone on the street, it's totally okay to share their stories as part of your marketing. But make sure it's okay with them, and if it's not, keep it anonymous, change their names, leave their identity out of it, but it's still totally okay to share stories about other people you've met, about other things that you've witnessed, as long as they're real. Tip number 4 for storytelling is always include some sort of moral, lessons learned, or valuable takeaway. So again, this isn't Hollywood. You're not sharing your stories to entertain people. You're not sharing your stories to just tell everyone everything that's happening in your life. That's not the goal of this. If that's what you're looking to do, call your mom up on the phone or call a friend and share the story with them. But if you're sharing it as a marketing tool, you need to include some sort of valuable takeaway. And last tip, always, always, always include a call to action as part of your story. So again, this is a marketing tool, right? So this is intended to build your business, to grow your connections, and that means adding a call to action in the story. So boldly share your story, be super authentic in your message, draw them in with a super intriguing title, and then include a call to action at the end of a next step that they can take to pursue the lesson learned or whatever value or moral it was that you were sharing with your story. The call to action should be related to that so that they can achieve the same outcome that you did, or so that they can maybe move forward without learning the lesson the hard way like you did. Whatever it is, call to action. So that was really part one of what caused this explosion of success in my business. Part one was making this commitment to authenticity, and just to really quickly recap that for you, I committed to being 100% authentic to what I felt was right for my business, for my brand, for myself, and especially for my ideal clients. This led to a huge flow of creativity, new ideas, new programs, new approaches, and it led to me starting to use storytelling as a major marketing tool in my business. Part number 2, let me just check my notes here. Okay, so the second big thing that caused a huge shift in my business was becoming really, really honest about who I wanted to help, about who I wanted to serve in my business, and speaking directly to them. So I know that most of you have heard about the ideal client. You've heard about the ideal client. I'm just going to turn Google Hangouts off. So, you've heard this over and over if you've been in this business for more than a day, probably, that you have to get really specific about your ideal client. That is not exactly what I'm talking about today. I knew who my ideal client was, or at least I thought I did. I did the work, I did the worksheets, I answered tons of questions about her, I journaled about her. But I came to a point where I realized that if I tried to visualize her, or if I tried to identify a few people who matched her, I was really struggling with doing that. I really couldn't visualize myself working with her. And the reason for that was that I was not being 100% honest with who I wanted to serve. I was building my business for the women that I thought I should build my business for. I was building it for the women who I thought would be willing to invest in the programs I was developing. I was building it for the women who I thought could afford the programs I was developing. But those were not really my ideal clients. Those were not really the women that I felt super passionate about serving. You're doing that. Well, great. It's great that you identified that, Jess, because now you can totally change it. You can totally switch things around today. So this is amazing. I fear she isn't out there. That was absolutely there for me. Absolutely. Fear was probably the number one thing, the number one reason why I was not targeting the type of woman that I really wanted to work with. But she is. Trust me, she is out there, and she is waiting for you to call out to her, because nobody else is speaking to her right now. So she's waiting for you. So one big piece, in addition to that fear, that getting super honest about who you want to work with, who you want to serve, one big piece of that is learning to be okay with excluding people. Learning to be okay with excluding people. Let me just send someone a message really quickly. I still have people trying to join in the Google Hangout. So being okay with excluding some people was super, super tough for me. I'm talking directly to you. Good. Good. I'm glad that this message is exactly what you needed to hear today. Had a feeling it was. So you have to learn to be okay with the idea that your business is not for everyone. You have to be okay with that. Once you step into your true authenticity, once you become super honest and clear about who you're serving with your business, you will start to realize that you are not for everyone. And the reverse of that, everyone is not for you. There are going to be some people who will want to work with you when you really step into your authenticity, who are not good clients for you. And if you're true to yourself, if you're true to your business, and you truly want to serve them, you will realize that and you will turn them away. And for many of you right now, that might seem like, oh my God, I would never turn a potential client away. Why would I ever do that? But trust me, once you start to get into this phase of your business, where the success is pouring in, where you are just feeling on fire about everything that you're doing, you will learn to be okay with excluding people. I woke up this morning and I had 4 or 5 unsubscribes from my email list. 4 or 5 unsubscribes. When I first started my business, that would have freaked the crap out of me. I would have gone back and poured through every word of every email I had sent lately, wondering how I could have offended them, wondering what I said that pushed them away, wondering why people are running from me, why are people fleeing from my message, from my help. But that's not at all how I felt today. I saw those unsubscribes, and the honest first thought that popped into my head was, awesome. Awesome. I'm finding the people that are for me. I am finding my ideal clients. I am speaking directly to my ideal clients so well and so clearly that if people aren't my ideal clients, they are realizing that and they are finding their perfect match. They are going out to find the coach that is meant for them because it's not for me, and I am totally okay with that. That's how I felt. I didn't worry about it. I didn't freak out. I didn't go back and read every word of the last email I sent, wondering what caused them to unsubscribe. But I just knew that they weren't my ideal clients, and I was totally okay with that. So learning to be okay with excluding some people. And once I got super, super honest and clear about who I was building my business for, that allowed me to speak directly to them and to create programs and challenges and messages that they really needed to hear. So I told you guys that I launched a wildly successful challenge a few weeks ago. Hugely successful challenge. I had over 130 women sign up for this challenge, and probably 70% or so, maybe 65-70%, were actively engaged in the challenge. That is huge. It was huge and amazing. And the reason that it was huge and amazing and super successful and had over 100 women enroll was because I designed that challenge based on exactly what my ideal clients needed. Exactly what they needed. So I had this new clarity about who I wanted to serve, and I had a crystal clear vision of her in my head. And I designed a challenge that gave her the exact support she needed. So I considered her top pain points, right? And my ideal client's top pain points that I worked into this challenge were 1, lack of funds to invest in coaching, and 2, fear about taking the leap. So lack of funds and fear about taking the leap. So I designed a challenge that addressed both of those fears. So my challenge was launch your biz in 5 days for less than $1. Less than $1. So lack of funds, gone as an excuse. Gone as an excuse. And fear of taking the leap, I addressed that by building this incredible sense of community within this challenge. How many of you have had an experience where you've been a little nervous to do something? Even think back to your school days. How many of you wouldn't go to a school dance by yourself, or wouldn't even go to somewhere like a party or the mall by yourself, but if you had your girls around you, you walked in super confident, you owned that space, you waltzed into that party, into that dance, into that whatever it was, and you just felt super confident and alive. But if you had had to walk into that space on your own, you probably would have turned around at the door. Who has had an experience like that in their life? Share with me in the comments. I know I did. I always felt more confident when I was surrounded by my girlfriends. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Me, awesome. So know that community, having a community, having sisters around you, makes it so much easier to face the fear. I've told you ladies before, if you've watched any of my previous scopes, that the fear will always be there. It's not something that you should expect to shove out of the way, that's something that you should expect to just magically disappear. It will be there. And this might not be the message that you ideally want to hear. This might not be what you expect to hear from a business and empowerment coach. But the fear will always be there. You have to learn to recognize it and to move forward anyway. Recognize the fear, feel that it's there, wave to it, and then push it out of the way and move forward anyway. Where is Nori with my hashtags? Nori usually provides amazing hashtags in moments like this. Last week on a scope, I was talking about this topic, and she said something like, hashtag shove it in the trunk, because I was talking about how fear doesn't have to be in the driver's seat. It's going to be there, but it doesn't have to be in the driver's seat. You can shove it in the trunk behind all your boxes of crap. Hashtag Real Talk with Rachel. Thanks, Jacqueline. All right, who is still with me? Who's still with me? Show me some hearts. Send me comments. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, good, Catherine. Awesome. So, just a quick summary of what I've been talking about is the second big thing that led to my success was becoming super honest about who I wanted to serve, and then designing exactly everything that I was working on. Awesome, thanks ladies. Designing everything to speak directly to them. So the challenge spoke directly to their biggest pain points, their biggest fears, their biggest limitations. And it not only gave them a way to move past those limiting beliefs and those limitations, but again, it gave them this sense of community. They were not in it alone. And building that community, so if you're working on a challenge and the reason you joined this masterclass was to learn how to launch a really successful challenge, know that it's really important to build a sense of community. So whether that's taking the route that I did by putting people in these tribes to work together, to win together, or just building the community among the whole group, getting people engaged with each other, get people to introduce themselves to each other, to get to know the other ladies participating in the challenge so they don't feel alone. And that takes away so much of that fear. It's so much easier to face the fear if you are not in it alone. Any questions at this point? I know I said wait to the end, but I feel like this would be a good point to pause really quickly for any questions. So quick recap. The first two big pieces of my explosion of success was a commitment to authenticity, which led to a flow of creativity and to using storytelling as a marketing tool, and becoming super honest about who I wanted to serve with my business and starting to speak directly to them. So I know that it can be really, really scary to take the leap. If you're on this scope right now, I know that you want coaching. I know that you want support. Otherwise, you wouldn't have attended this class today. Why would you be here? I'm not that entertaining that you would just be here if you didn't want support. So I know that you're looking for that support, and I know that it can be really scary to take the leap. So just know that if you build a community around you of support, if you have that support around you, just like you had your girlfriend standing around you when you walked into that dance, you will feel so strong. You will feel so empowered. You will feel so confident, and that will reflect in everything that you do. So find that community. Find that community, and a big way that I am providing that space for you, I am giving you that community through sisterhood tribes. So I mentioned a couple times that this flow of creativity, this clarity on my ideal client led to me being super clear about who I wanted to serve, speaking directly to them, and it also led to the launch of a brand new program, Sisterhood Tribes. So this is a program that addresses that fear of taking the leap by giving you support and community. It's a program that addresses that fear or that lack of funds. So often it is genuinely a lack of funds to invest in your business, but often it's also a fear of investing in yourself. And this program addresses that by giving you a coaching program that is as low as $300 a month, which is totally unheard of. You might find a course for $300 for less than that, or about the same. You might find a huge group coaching program where you're one of 100 or more. But you will not find private coaching for $300 a month. So it totally addresses the money issue. And it gives you the community, it gives you the sisterhood, it gives you the private coaching and support that you're looking for. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about this at the end. I still have some points I wanted to get through that I wanted to share with you about what led to my explosion of success. But know that this program is available for you. Know that I'll be talking about it at the end. And I have a really, really hot offer. Something really big that's probably bigger than something I should give away, but I'm doing it anyway because I love all of you. So stick around to the end to make sure you hear about that. One more thing on this topic of building a challenge, if that's what you're looking to do. Let me take a quick drink. So if you're building a challenge or you're building a new idea, or you really take these first two steps that I've talked about to heart, and you start to let the creativity flow, know that whatever idea you come up with, whatever idea you put out there, you can logistically do everything right. You can set up everything right. But unless it comes from your heart, it will not attract clients to you. So your ideas, your programs, your challenges, your launches, they cannot be what other people tell you to do. They cannot be what you think you have to do to be successful. They have to be what you feel is right for you, for your business, for your brand, and most importantly, for your ideal clients. So know that, all right? All right. Step number 3, or I guess factor number 3, these aren't really steps, but factor number 3 that led to this huge explosion of success, I became super visible in an extremely value-focused way. Extremely value-focused way. So I launched a new and different social media strategy than I had been following before. When I started my business, my social media strategy was to definitely be super visible and to be consistent with that, which is very important. You have to be consistent. You have to get on there every day. But my strategy was to provide a mixture of types of posts. So I made out this big list of different types of posts I could do when I first started. And those included things like value posts, giving tips, giving advice. They included inspiration, so including quotes or sharing something that happened to me or sharing something about my lifestyle. It included pitches and promotions about programs that I was selling, about courses I was leading, etc., etc. That was my approach, which sounds great, doesn't it? It sounds great. And at a certain point in your business, that is great. But when I was starting out, when I was trying to get that massive visibility, I realized that I had to provide value. My visibility and social media strategy had to be intensely value focused. And this is something that my coach actually shared with me, and a strategy that she helped me to develop was my brand new social media strategy of becoming super visible in a value-focused way. So that meant posting value posts, 100% value posts. And by that I mean when people read the post, it helped them in some way. It gave them tips for starting their business. It gave them strategy advice. It gave them some sort of value. 100% of my social media posts, 100% of my communications provided value. And I did that strategy for a solid week. So if you want to try this out, which you absolutely should because it works, I'm showing you right now it works. It works to get over 100 women signed up for your challenge. It works to get 5 new clients enrolled within 1 week. Within 1 week, 5 new clients enrolled. So provide value in every single post, in every single communication, every engagement for at least a week. Then I started mixing in little by little other types of posts again. So after I had established myself as an expert, after I had established myself for a solid week as someone who can provide huge amounts of value, then I started working in little by little other types of posts. So the inspirational posts, stuff about my personal life, sharing, experiences that I was having, sharing promotions and pitches about my programs, my courses, whatever it was. Slowly worked those things back in. But even today, 75% of my communications, of my marketing, is value providing. 75%. So if you're not getting the traction that you need, start consistently providing value. Who's still with me? You guys are quiet today. Super quiet. I see a few purple hearts. All right, cool. Here, good. All right, awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Cool. And again, not only is the value super important, but consistency is key. Consistency is key. So commit to this strategy. Commit to showing up every single day, multiple times a day, even if at first you don't get the reactions you're looking for. People need to see something. My coach told me a statistic that was crazy, and she said that people need to see something at least, or on average, 12 times before they take action. 12 times. So don't stop posting because you're not getting comments or likes. Don't stop your strategy. So many ideas coming to my mind now. Love it. Don't switch up your strategy every other day if you're not getting the engagement that you want. On average, people have to see something 12 times before they take action. And consider that every single post you put out there is not seen by exactly the same people. So you've got to be super consistent for an extended period of time to get that engagement, to build that know, like, and trust factor. So visibility and social media strategy is what I really am excited to introduce my guest speaker to talk about, and I'm going to figure out a way to get her on here. I'll figure that out in 1 second, but my guest speaker, Jacqueline, is someone that I have worked with. We worked especially on her visibility strategy, her social media strategy, but she's also someone that I'm really, really honored to call a friend in this entrepreneurial journey. She has an incredible business idea. It's not, I can't even call it an idea because it's a launched business. She has this incredible business platform where she is serving teenage girls, and I'm gonna let her tell you about it. I don't wanna ruin it for her. So Jacqueline, here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call you from my laptop on Facebook, and then I'm going to turn the camera around and let people speak to you there. So hopefully this works out. Bear with me here, ladies. Technical difficulties today. But I'm going to start a video call with Jacqueline. The ring sounds really weird. Hey!
Hello!
Oh, good. I can hear you loud and clear. Alright, let me bring...
Awesome.
Let me bring this phone over. Alright, ladies on Periscope, Jacqueline cannot see you, but you can see her. Let me know if you can hear her. Jacqueline, say something.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Alright, ladies, can you hear that? Hello? Is anyone still on? We can! Yay! It's working. Alright, so Jacqueline, I'm handing the mic over to you.
Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. As she said, my name is Jacqueline Walter, and I am out in Oklahoma City, and I am the owner and the founder of Jacqueline Janelle International, where I inspire teen girls to trade society's views for their inner truth, emerging into the young women that they were truly meant to be. And so I remember actually my first entrepreneurial journey started out in a network marketing company. And at first, I was really, really excited, as many would be. But as I really got into it, I actually realized that I really don't want to do this niche. And for a while, it was really, really painful to even be part of it. And so one of my mentors, her name is Angela, she actually helped me find out what I really wanted to do. And that's when I realized I wanted to serve teenage girls. And so once I decided that, I thought, I really want this to be something that I would do full time. And so I decided to create a teen life coaching business, which is what I'm doing now. And so I really, really love it. Right now, I have coached since March 3 private clients, and I have another speaking engagement actually coming up as well. So that is just really, really, really exciting. And as Rachel was already saying, social media visibility has really been a major thing for me. So
awesome. Thanks, Jacqueline. So you couldn't see the Periscope, unfortunately, or maybe you're still on Periscope too. But people are giving you hearts. They're saying that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm still on.
Okay, good. This worked out somehow. So thank you so much for sharing with us about your business, sharing with us your recent success. That is super exciting to hear. So does anybody have any questions for Jacqueline? Type them on the Periscope. But, one of my biggest questions, or just really something I'd love for you to expand on a little, is I know, and this, because I'm your friend and because I've been talking to you lately a lot about your business, I know that you also had this kind of shift where even within your coaching business, you were becoming more and more authentic and becoming more and more focused on exactly who you wanted to serve. So can you talk a little bit about how that shift really changed things for you? And then Catherine's also asking, how do you reach out to the girls?
Okay. I can go ahead and answer. I'll go ahead and answer Rachel first. One of the things that I really realized as I started to coach these girls is that a lot of girls don't really get the help that they need from life coaches, because a lot of times their parents can't afford the prices. And so one of the things that I wanted to do is I really wanted to make it not only valuable and reasonable, but also affordable for them. And so that's the types of programs that I wanted to do, whether it was one-on-one or group or anything like that. I wanted to make sure it was affordable, but I also wanted to make sure that they'd be able to get the help that they needed, because one of the things that I realized is that a lot of girls really just don't know who they are. And I feel like you really can't put a high price on trying to really figure out who you are, because that's really, really, really crucial to know that in everything that you need to do in your life. So that's how I would answer that one.
Amazing.
And then the other question was, how do I reach out to the girls?
Yes.
A lot of things that I do is I volunteer, and I actually just reached out to some girls through volunteering that I actually just finished. And so I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Girls on the Run International. And it's actually a program that incorporates running, but it also empowers girls to be confident and helps them build their character as well. And so it's 12 weeks. And we just finished with the celebratory 5K, which is awesome. But I've even had a chance to explain to those parents exactly what I've been doing with the older girls, because the girls I was volunteering with were a little younger. But so I would say mainly volunteer experiences, but then also I've been able to reach out on social media as well. I actually just reached out to a girl just reached out to me who was from my Teen Girl community page. And I remember, she and I connected, and she just immediately started talking with me and really needed encouragement. And that was the one thing that kind of helped shift me to realize that, what I have told this girl, hey, I need to talk to your mom before I, actually help you or, try to get payment, and so I really wanted to make sure that my heart was in everything that I was doing. And in that moment, I truly realized that it was. So I hope that answers your question.
I love that. I love that so much. And, that's definitely one of the reasons that I think Jacqueline and I were drawn together. Teen girls appreciate someone they can talk to. Absolutely. So we both have very much this heart-centered approach to business. And if you are driven by your heart, if you're driven by your passion to serve, if you are driven by your drive and your huge desires to make a difference, then your business will be 10 times more successful than if you're in it for the wrong reasons, or if you're pursuing the wrong things because you think that that's what will make you successful. So any other questions for Jacqueline before I switch the camera back around? I don't see any questions, so just heart her up, show her so much love. Jacqueline, thank you so much for doing this. I loved having you on here, and it's really great for people to hear an additional perspective other than mine on these things. So thank you so much.
Yes, no problem.
All right, I'm going to hang up with you here on Facebook, but I'll see you on Periscope. Bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Hey, I'm so happy we made that work. Again, Jacqueline, thank you so much. That was awesome for me, and I'm sure it was awesome for all the other ladies on here to hear your perspective and to hear how some of these same things that I'm talking about, authenticity, visibility, getting really clear and really honest about who you truly want to serve, and having a heart-focused approach, all contributed to your success as well and to your business growth as well. I think that is super, super helpful for everyone on here to hear. So thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so I have a couple more points to share with you guys about the biggest things that made just these huge shifts in my business that led to launching a challenge with 130 women, that led to enrolling 5 new clients within 1 week. Love it. New connections being made here today. I love it. So I want you to know, and I want you to truly, truly believe that these results are absolutely possible for you as well. Believe that these results are 100% possible for you right now. This isn't stuff that is special to me and only me, or to me and Jacqueline and nobody else. These are all things and all strategies and approaches that you can take in your business as well. And you can have these same results, and it doesn't have to take long. Once I started implementing these steps into my own business, it was maybe 2-3 weeks max. 2-3 weeks max before everything started happening for me. So believe that it can happen for you. And like I said, I know you want that support. I know you want more tips and strategies and guidance like this, otherwise you wouldn't still be watching this. So know that the Sisterhood Tribes program was built exactly for you. If you are looking for support in growing your business, if you are looking for accountability, if you're looking for strategy and advice and the way forward, but if maybe you have some concerns about investing thousands and thousands of dollars into your business right now, or maybe that's not a possibility for you, and maybe fear is standing in your way big time, then this program was designed exactly for you. Exactly for you. So Sisterhood Tribes is a private coaching program where you share the coaching experience and the cost with your tribe. So you will come together with 1 to 3 other women who are walking this journey at the exact same time as you. Thanks, Jacqueline. Yes, you all need to join this. This is amazing, an amazing program. So you come together with 1 to 3 other women, you share the coaching experience. So we will have a weekly call together, once a week for 3 months. A weekly call together. Usually that'll run about an hour, but if you guys are having massive breakthroughs, of course I will never cut that off at an hour. But a weekly call every week for 12 weeks with me and your tribe sisters. You will also have a private Facebook group with your tribe sisters and me, where you can connect with each other, support each other, really be there for each other. And I will also be there for you. So you'll have unlimited access to me in that Facebook group to ask questions, to ask for extra support, anytime you need it. And you will have access to my private client resources site, which any of the ladies who are on here who have already joined Sisterhood Tribes can tell you has some really great valuable resources on there now. These are workbooks and guides and things that you can go through on your own, or that you could go through on your own and then reach out to me during the program if you have questions or want to chat about it. And I will be constantly adding to this site. Constantly adding. So there are several really amazing resources on there now. But over the next few weeks, it's going to be building up more and more and more. Awesome. Thanks, Catherine. Good to know that you've checked it out. So a weekly coaching call with me and your tribe sisters, a private Facebook group with unlimited support and community. Amazing people joining. Yes. We have some amazing women joining who are going to be total rock stars. The private client resources site, and I told you guys that I was going to give you a special gift, a special offer for those of you that are on this call. So here it is. The special bonus for those of you who are on this call right now or watch the replay and either enroll or sign up for a discovery call within the next 24 hours. So it's 9 o'clock a.m. here in Bali right now. On the East Coast right now in the US, it's 9 o'clock p.m. So I'll even give you an extra hour, all right? I'll give you until 10 o'clock p.m. tomorrow, which I'm going to get super confused about what day it is there. Tomorrow, Monday, right? 10 o'clock p.m. on Monday. If you either apply for this program or schedule a discovery call with me, then you will also get a 90-minute mini intensive one-on-one session with me that you can use anytime during this program. Anytime over the next 3 months of your program. So if you wanted at the beginning to really kickstart everything, to really build a ton of momentum, we'll do it towards the beginning. If you want to wait in the middle of the program, if you need help with something specific that we're working on. Yes, right? Jacqueline did a 90-minute intensive with me. She did a 90-minute intensive with me, and you just heard how incredible everything has been going for her, how much momentum she's built, how her social media strategy exploded in a good way. So 90-minute one-on-one intensive is a huge bonus. Like I said, I'm probably giving too much away, but I want to support you. And I want to take away that fear. All right? So if you're scared to take the leap, push yourself to do it right now. You will be so happy that you did. You will have an amazing community of support. You will rise together with incredible women entrepreneurs. You'll have a private coaching call every week, access to me through the Facebook group, which is just you, your sisters, and me, access to all of these really valuable resources online, and you will have a 90-minute mini intensive with me that you can cash in on anytime throughout the program. So this is huge. We will rise together. Yes, Catherine. It's huge, ladies. This is the support that you need to take your business to the next level, to launch your business directly into success. So don't wait. Within the next 24 hours, either apply or schedule a discovery call with me. And I'm going to share the links for both with you guys now, and then I'll remind them at the end because I still have a few points to get through as well. So somebody type this out for me. Help me out here. So the link to apply for Sisterhood Tribes. It'll give you some more information and you'll be able to apply there. bit.ly/Let's Rise Together. bit.ly/Let's Rise Together. All right, that is the link where you can find more details and where you can apply for this program. Thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies. All right, if you have some questions and you want to chat this through, if you need support in making this decision and you want to chat about it, that is totally fine too, and I will still honor this bonus for you of this 90-minute one-on-one mini intensive. I will still honor that if you schedule your call within 24 hours from now. That doesn't mean we have to have the call within 24 hours from now, because in about 12 hours, I'm hopping on a plane to fly to the US. So that is unlikely to happen, but get it on the calendar. All right, get it on the calendar within the next 24 hours. And I'll honor the bonuses for you. And the link for that to schedule a call with me, bit.ly/chatwithrachel. bit.ly/chatwithrachel. somebody can type that one out for me as well so people can see it, that would be amazing. But guys, this is a huge bonus. I swear I'm giving away too much. It's a huge bonus, so don't miss out on it, all right? Okay, thank you. Thank you. So 2 more big things that really led to my success. And I know we're over an hour timeline here, so I'll try to get through these quickly, but also start thinking of any questions you have to ask me after this. So 2 more big things that led to this explosion of success, that led to 130 plus women signing up for my challenge, that led to enrolling 5 new clients in 1 week. The next big thing is making a commitment to my daily mindset practice. I've been talking about this a ton lately because it is absolutely huge. You can take all the right steps. You can be doing all the right things. But if your mindset isn't where it needs to be, none of that will matter. So promise yourself right now that you are going to commit to your mindset practice every day. No matter how you feel when you wake up in the morning, no matter how busy you are going to make time for this and make it happen every single day. Because your success is waiting for you. It's waiting for you, and I'm telling you that this is one of the biggest things that makes a difference in how successful you are. So why wouldn't you do this? So I've shared my mindset practice with you before, but I want to share it again really quickly just for the women who are new to me on this. So my daily mindset practice has really evolved over the past year. It's really evolved. It's changed a lot. So I'm going to share what I do with you now, but know that you might need to play around with it a little to find what works really well for you. You might have to test out different things, different activities, different times of the day, a different combination of these things. So know that you might have to play around with it, and that what works well for me might not be exactly the same that works for you as far as mindset work goes. But my daily practice, I wake up and I start with a meditation. First thing in the morning, every morning, I meditate. Even if I'm super busy, I'll just do it for 10 minutes. Even if I'm insanely busy, I'll just do it for a minute. But I always start with a meditation practice. And if you are totally new to meditation and have no idea how to start, just start by sitting somewhere comfortably and focusing on your breath. Just put all of your attention, your focus on your inhales and your exhales. That is a meditation. It's a very simple one, but it's very powerful. So meditation is my first step. Then I read over my affirmations. So affirmations are positive opposites to your fears and limiting beliefs. They're positive statements that you believe about your life, about your business, about your success. So I read over those every day. Then step number 3, I visualize my goals coming true. So I don't visualize how they come true. I don't visualize the exact process for them happening, but I visualize the moment right after they've happened. So whether that's a client goal, whether that's an income goal, whether that's a travel goal, whatever it is, I visualize the moment it happens in super intense detail. So I visualize what I'm wearing, who I'm with, where I am, whether it's night or day. That's step 3. Step 4 is journaling. I write about what I'm feeling. I do free flow journaling. I list out what I'm grateful for. My journaling practice looks different every single day. So don't feel like there's one way you have to journal. Don't stress yourself out about how much you have to write. Just put a pen to a piece of paper and write something down, even if it's just writing one big thing you're grateful for in that moment. And then the last piece of my mindset practice is reading. I read an inspiring book, or I read a book that I know is going to lift my vibe, a book that's going to teach me something, a book that's going to somehow better me as a person, better me as a coach, as a mentor. So reading. So a quick summary, my mindset practice: meditation, affirmations, visualization, journaling, and reading. So try these things out. They might work really well for you. You might find a slightly different variation that works really well for you. But whatever it is, commit to taking at least a few minutes every day to work on your mindset. All right, and the final piece that led to this explosion of success in my business, I decided to trust in the journey. Trust in the journey. I started believing with all of my heart and soul that I was where I was meant to be. That my business was growing in exactly the right timing. That my message was reaching the people who needed it the most. That I was already achieving my goal of inspiring and encouraging and empowering other women to live the freedom lifestyle that they desire. I decided to trust in the journey, to just trust wholeheartedly that everything was working as it was meant to, that everything would happen in the perfect timing. That is the last big piece that led to my success. Any questions, let me hear them. I'm going to run through really quickly to recap what we've talked about. So again, these are the big factors, the big changes I made, the big things I did that caused this huge explosion of success in my business. 1, I made a commitment to authenticity. This led to a flow of creativity. It led to new programs and ideas like Sisterhood Tribes, and it led to me using storytelling as a marketing tool. Number 2, I became really honest and clear about who I wanted to serve in my business. And I started speaking directly to them and started building my programs, my courses, my challenges exactly for them, for their needs, for their desires, and addressing their limiting beliefs and fears at the same time. Step 3, I became super visible in a value-focused way. I took an entire week of my marketing to just spill value everywhere. So 100% of my communications and marketing and messaging provided value. And then I started slowly working back in the other things, including promoting my business and my programs. I made a commitment to my daily mindset practice. I made a commitment whether I felt like doing it when I woke up or not, whether I really had time for it that day or not. I made a commitment to making it happen in some form or other every single day. And last but definitely not least, I made a decision and a commitment to just wholeheartedly trust the journey. To trust that everything was happening as it should and that I was exactly where I was meant to be. Any questions, let me see them. Do not miss out on this amazing bonus for Sisterhood Tribes. Do not miss out. This is the program you've been waiting for. It is affordable private coaching. It gives you massive levels of support, not only from me, but from your sisters. I love you, not a question. Thank you, Jess. Love you too, girl. So think right now, and you guys, you don't have to type this out in the comments, but think about why you haven't enrolled yet. If you've heard about this program, if you've heard about Sisterhood Tribes before, is there a sign-up deadline? There is not a sign-up deadline, but if you want the bonus with the 90-minute mini intensive session, you have to either apply or schedule a discovery call with me within the next 24 hours. So by 10 p.m. on Monday night, Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, by Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, you have to have either sent in an application or scheduled a discovery call with me. to get the 90-minute bonus. You can still apply after that, but you'll miss out on this huge bonus. So think about why you haven't applied yet, why you haven't claimed your spot yet. Think about the real reason. Okay, and whatever reason first pops into your head, maybe it's money, maybe it's timing, maybe you are in a group program and you feel like you want to finish that first before looking into other options, whatever that is, I want you to take a minute and think, is this really it? Is this really it? Is this really what's stopping me from applying for this program? Or is it fear? Is it fear? And if you can admit to yourself that it's fear, know that you have taken a huge step forward. That is huge. It's huge. And from talking to a ton of women lately, a ton of women who are on this journey, who are starting their own thing, who are looking to change their lifestyle, to find that freedom, I would go out on a limb and say that 95% of them, what's stopping them is fear. It may be covered up in another excuse like money or time or situational things, but 95% of the time it's fear. So I want you to take some time and identify for yourself, is it fear? And decide right now to stop letting fear sit in the driver's seat in your life. Stop letting fear control what you do and what you don't do. Stop letting fear determine how successful you are going to be in your business. So take the leap today. Apply or schedule a discovery call within the next 24 hours. Claim this amazing bonus. Make sure you get one of the final few spots at this price point. The current price point, $1,200 a month, split between you and your sisters. So if there are 4 of you, that's as low as $300 a month. This price point is only going to the first 3 tribes. And we already have 2 mostly formed, partially formed tribes. So there aren't that many spots left. So don't miss the 90-minute one-on-one intensive. You can use that anytime during the program. Don't miss out on this price point. Do not let fear make you miss out. Come join our community. Come join a tribe. You already have some amazing sisters there waiting for you. Or if you know of other people that you want to join this program with, come together. That's incredible. So again, a quick recap of the Sisterhood Tribes program. It's $1,200 a month, but that's split between you and your tribe sisters. It's a 3-month-long program, and every week during that program, we'll have a coaching call with you, your tribe, and me. You'll get the support, you'll get the strategy, you'll get the next steps to take. You'll get assistance with mindset work, and then you'll also have support and community and accountability from your sisters and me in the private Facebook group. You'll have access to my private client resource site. And if you apply or schedule a call within the next 24 hours, you get that bonus 90-minute one-on-one session, which is freaking huge. All right? So shove the fear out of the way. Let's do this together. Let's rise together right now. There is no reason to wait. I am so happy that all of you are on this call with me. I want to share those links one more time just so you know them. But you guys know how to find me. So if you need the link or you need any other information, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here for you. So if you're ready to apply, if you're like, yes, thank God someone finally invented the exact program that I needed. I'm so ready. If you're ready to apply, bit.ly/Let's Rise Together. Yes, thank you. bit.ly/Let's Rise Together. That will give you all the info you need, and you'll see a link there to send your application. Or if you have a few questions, if you want to chat this through, if you're like, I'm pretty sure this is for me, but I need some help deciding for sure, let's jump on a call. You guys know me, all right? The me that you see here on Periscope is the real me. Anyone who has jumped on a call with me before can tell you that. So I'm not going to get on this call and be super salesy and icky with you. I'm not going to get on this call and pressure you to do something that you're not ready to do. What I am going to do is get on this call and talk it through with you. I am going to answer any questions you have. And I'll give you a space to verbalize what you're thinking. To verbalize, to talk through what you're thinking, to talk through what might be stopping you from signing up, and to really just figure out if it's right for you. Because like I said in the beginning, I am so crystal clear on who my ideal client is, on who I am serving with my business. Crystal clear on that. So if this program isn't right for you, then I'm not going to pressure you into it, because I don't want anyone joining who is not my ideal client. I don't want anyone joining who would be better served by some other program. So let's jump on a call, get it on the calendar. Again, we don't have to have the call within the next 24 hours, but get it on the calendar by 10 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, and you will still have that bonus. I will honor the 90-minute bonus with you. bit.ly/chat-with-Rachel. All right? bit.ly/chat-with-Rachel. I would love to talk to you. I'll be back in Eastern Time within a couple of days. I'm leaving Bali tonight. Slightly sad, but I'm super excited for what is next on my journey. So I don't see any questions. So thank you, all of you so much for joining me for this masterclass. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope it served you today. Thank you for sticking to the end through all of the technical difficulties with me. I will be sharing the replay, so if at any point it cut out, or if you want to watch through this again and take notes, feel free. I'll be sharing the replay on Facebook with my email list. So you should receive it in one of those spots, and it'll be here on Periscope for 24 hours. All right, so go check out the program, check out your mindset, check out your excuses, figure out why you haven't claimed your spot in this yet, and either apply or schedule a call with me within the next 24 hours. Yes, and a big thank you to Jacqueline. It was so fun having you on here today. So much fun. I might have to do guest speakers more often, even in my daily scopes. That was super fun. All right, thank you ladies so much. Thank you. I will be back here in a few days. My normal Periscope time has been 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm leaving Bali in about 12 hours to fly to the U.S., and I have a very long trip ahead of me. So I land in the U.S. on Tuesday night, so it might be a few days before I'm back here live with you. But it was so fun today. Thank you all for joining. I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye. Much love.